What defines an ace to you?
An ace is the presence of someone that's going to make everybody better.
Okay.
Behind him, that's going to take some of the pressure off the rest of the staff. The one that's going to be, like you say, Jake, win day, the one that takes responsibility for how everything aligns after you. He's the one that's going to take a punch when he needs to take it. He's the one that's going to lead the rest of the staff and guide everybody. That's an ace. But you got to have a little bit of both. But an ace is someone that you can actually throw out there and know that you're going to align everybody else behind that guy. Because he's that guy, the ace, the one that has the presence, the one that understands what he needs to do, and understand the responsibility that he carries around when he has 4 more guys behind him.
He's a team leader. An ace is more than just what he does on the mound. And what he better be is what a horse is, innings eater. He better be a number 1. It better be win day. But like Pedro said, an ace has this aura about him that has to infiltrate the rest of the team, especially the rest of the staff. And again, just throughout, he's a team leader. You know, again, an ace is when you take the field. You in 24, I used to walk in and say, it's win day, baby. I don't care how it happens, but you know we take this day extra serious. Only get one out every 5 days to go out there. It's win day, and ace is a win day, but also infect the whole clubhouse on days he's not pitching as well.
All right, ace is wild right now. So, Pedro, give me your top 3 aces right now in the game.
Well, I have some guys out here that I thought were aces, and I think these 3 guys define what an ace is right now. And some of those guys you can call aces, but not horses. But some guys, and they have to have the pedigree. They need the pedigree in order for them to be called horses. But aces is Jacob deGrom. He's an ace. And you can line anybody behind him and you'll be fine. You have Justin Verlander. That's an ace. Those are win days. And then I know Alcantara is really young, but who in the Marlins rotation you align him in front of Alcantara? He's an ace. And he's the guy that doesn't want to give you the ball. He's the guy that goes deep in the games. He has that presence. He wants that game. He wants to win that game for his team. He wants to make everybody better behind him. He's not afraid of that challenge. And that's why I love these 3 guys. And I love the way they present themselves as aces. And this kid is going to be around for a long, long time, I think.
I mean, since the start of the last season, no one's thrown more innings than Sandy Alcantara, Jake, and it's not even close.
And that's a big thing. Your ace is going to throw innings. I used to say it all the time, and me and Pedro talked about it. It wasn't okay for me when I took that start as a number 1 starter and you start opening day on. It's not okay on that day if you go in less than 7 innings. Back in the day, as a number 1 starter, 7+ was expected of you. It's what you get with Sandy. You know, I'll show you my 3 aces. We can go ahead and put them up on the board. Sandy is there and what he brings to the table. We talked about the innings pitching deep into the ball game. And these 2 right here, Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander, have epitomized what an ace has been. And for the last 10 years, these guys have been at the top of what an ace is. These guys go out there, present themselves with lots of confidence. It's win day. They also infiltrate the rest of that clubhouse. They're team leaders. They're bona fide aces.
Interesting. Now I can't wait to get to the horse because, I mean, you had Scherzer, you had deGrom for your aces. Interesting. So, all right, we're going from the aces now to the horse. Who's the horse? The
horse is someone that has both. Has the presence, leadership, can also be there for you. You ride them. You ride that horse. You whip them. You whip them, but you have them run the next day or the next 2 days, and he also goes out there and you can whip them again. You know, those are the kind of guys that you call horses, and they need to have both. They need to have the leadership. They need to have the pedigree because that's the only way you ride them. Yeah.
All right.
If not, you're not going to ride a weak horse.
Right.
Well, some guys look like horses at certain points, but they're not aces.
So for you, the horse is a more significant pitcher than the ace because the horse has to have both.
Yes, he has to have both.
All right.
He is the guy that I'm going to take and put out there the first time, the first game, the most important game, but he needs to be composed. I can trust him to be what I expect him to be, and also get me a win day.
All right.
I think about Roy Oswalt in Pack Mule was his alias on the road, and he would say it would be his 5th day, and he'd say, "Load the wagon, boys," in that country Mississippi twang. But he meant it. Load the wagon. It's my day. I am a horse. To me, a horse is somebody that you can count on to take the ball. When I got to Chicago, Mark Burley was on that staff.
Yeah.
Mark Burley was an innings eater. No matter how many runs he had given up, he was that horse, caballo, just that you could play with Carlos Lee, the best. But a horse to me is somebody that you can count on, that you know without question when it's their day, they're taking the ball, come hell or high water, and we're out there.
Top 3 horses, Pedro.
Well, they might not be the top 3, but I believe they were horses.
Okay.
And they are horses. So bring them up. I have Mad Bum right there. You tell him, hey, you're going out there all 3 days and you're going to start the game. He's going to do it for you.
Okay.
Do you doubt that?
He rode into the stadium on a horse one opening day.
Oh, that's right. There you got it.
Right.
That guy, I remember the World Series with San Francisco. He'll take the ball every 20 minutes if you wanted to. The other one is Max Scherzer. I don't think anybody describes a horse better than Max Scherzer right now. And this is a guy that could be dragging. I remember last year, got a broken eye, I don't know, something broken in his face. There he was.
Well, remember the World Series in 2019?
But the World Series, he was
broke
like,
up. Yeah, the side was messed up and all that.
That's what
We
you
didn't
call a
think
horse.
he couldn't lift his arm, and then he ended up winning pitched 5 innings.
Well, and guess what? That's a horse that you ride. And the other one is Sandy Alcantara. I know he's young. He hasn't been in the postseason. But I can sense, and we know.
He's ready.
We know that if you go out there and you send that guy out there and you go in the 8th inning, he's going to give you that grouch, you know.
You're making me want to play right now. I wish you guys could see the look in Petey's eyes right now. He is ready to be the horse he once was.
Because I was
That's
there.
right.
And I just leave me in the dugout. Don't go get me. Because I just...
Well, we've seen it with Alcantara, too. A couple times Don Mattingly's come out there. And to Sandy's point, you know, Don will leave him in. And some of the times he'd come out there, check, maybe want to take the ball from him, and Sandy would go back.
Yeah, it's my game, you know. I got a young team. I got young relievers behind me, and I need to get
old
some
school
wins.
mentality. It wasn't easy taking the ball away from John Lackey, who just retired. John Lester. It wasn't easy watching these guys getting taken.
That's the type of attitude.
They learned from the best, too.
But you know what, Jake? That culture is kind of disappearing. You're not giving those guys the opportunity to go and bark over your start.
Well, you just mentioned Mad Bum, and you can go ahead, you throw up my horses, and I'll get to them. And Mad Bum is the absolute horse in this. Adam Wainwright has been an ace. He is a horse. But to your point, in 14, I don't even know if that would be allowed to start game 1, throw a shutout, come back, throw game 5 shutout, and then drew what he did in 4 or 5 innings in game 7.
Right.
With all the technology and the knowledge that we know, I don't even know if that would have been allowed. One of the great postseason performances we've ever seen. Thank you, Bum. You are a horse, Adam Wainwright, and Garrett Cole is also a guy that you can count on to take the ball. Garrett Cole, I know, gets a lot of, I don't know if he's a number 1, he's a 1+, and look, I'll give you all that. But one thing about Garrett Cole, he is taking the ball every 5th day, and he's out there, and he's going to give you the innings. I appreciate that. Garrett Cole, you're a horse.
Garrett Cole, and you are a Yankee, and you wear 45. I absolutely love that about horses. That number, 45.
So I'm not gonna ask you guys to talk about yourself. So I'm gonna ask you to talk about him and him to talk about you.
Yeah.
Is he an ace or a horse?
He was a horse's ace. That's what he is. He is both. A bully. Don't let the size distract you.
Okay.
This guy, the same way you look at those bright blue eyes,
Yeah.
he will just look at you and come after you. A bully. Not only a horse, he's a bull, and he was an ace.
Well, I appreciate that, and I learned from watching this guy right here. When I got over to, I told Petey last night on the show, he told me something in spring training in 2014. I'd been in the league 12 years that I still teach in every kid, hundreds of kids. I've taught them what he taught me. But you watch the mentality that he took the field with, that the Roger Clemens took the field with, and Nolan Rhines and guys that I kind of come up watching. Then it was Tim Hudson coming up right in front of me out of Alabama, showing me how to compete. This guy right here, I don't know if there's ever been a better #1 ace, Hall of Famer, Pedro Martínez in the house.
Thank you.
What an honor to work with you, man.
A lot of love for you.
Very happy, very happy. Mutual respect. I love watching you, and I'll take.
Oh, look, World Championships in Boston. I'm telling you, brotherhood for life.